What's up, wrestling fans? I'm Joe Cronin. This is Joe Cronin Show, 70 million views, 70,000 subscribers, and counting. LA Knight Backstage Nightmare. I'm going to tell you about what I think about this. The news about it has been going on for years now. We've heard about this off and on, but it's a new one popping out there, and the rumor is boiling right now. Lots of people talking about this, so I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to give you my opinion, and it's going to get a little crazy, so if you're offended or you're like, you don't do well with people yelling and stuff like that, this is not going to be the video for you. LA Knight, facing accusations of having a bad attitude backstage at WWE. Ooh, oh my God, guys. He's got a bad attitude. You know who else had a bad attitude? The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And guess what? You can say, I don't give a damn if Michael Hickenbottom says to my face, Shawn Michaels. By the way, Shawn Michaels, my favorite wrestler of all time. He's like my idol of all idols. He's the guy I emulated forever. Love him to death. I'm 39 years old. I never made it in wrestling because I didn't want to and was a loser at a point. But the bottom line is, Shawn Michaels, big piece of crap. But guess what? He was an alpha. And then eventually Stone Cold Steve Austin became a piece of crap backstage as well for a certain amount of time, off and on, as he got more power, whatever it is you want to say. Move that camera towards me so you can see me. How about the game? Triple H. Yeah, big piece of crap. Oh, you know, Triple H actually had a lot of good moments as well backstage, but he also had a lot of crappy ones, like lying to Owen Hart's wife and everybody, or Bret Hart's wife or whatever, and I didn't know anything about it, and like, he just lie about everything backstage because he's a big political guy. But fact of the matter is, that's what you got to be when you're a top dog in wrestling, when it's cutthroat, dead or be dead in the backstage in a wrestling company, and especially a savage one like WWE. So guess what? Shawn Michaels, piece of trash. Stone Cold Steve Austin, piece of trash at times. Triple H, piece of trash at times. And the list goes on. Randy Orton, piece of trash at times. What do they all have in common? They made money! They made a hell of a lot of money. And they were good. LA Knight made a significant... By the way, this is coming from Ringside News, which, by the way, Ringside News, sometimes they're epic. Sometimes they're horseshit. But LA Knight made a significant impression after his NXT debut. They give a whole backstory on the whole situation. But LA Knight has been, while speaking on his Hall of Fame podcast, Booker T, that's right, Booker, I fix it, Booker. Booker T claimed that he heard LA Knight had a bad attitude backstage in WWE. Despite that, Booker T said that as long as the boss likes what LA Knight is doing, it's cool. Now, are we talking about Vince McMahon, the boss? Are we talking about Triple H, the boss? You know, I'm not really sure what boss we're talking about here. So he's got a bad attitude backstage. What does that mean? What a vague thing to say from Booker T. 5-time, let me tell you something. Anyway, Booker T sounds like fucking Booker Vague here. Hey, Booker, how about you shut your mouth unless you got some real facts and some real fucking examples to talk about? How about that, Booker? I'm just kidding. I like Booker T. I'm joking, Booker T. I'm kidding, Booker. I love you, Booker. I met Booker T in real life one time. He was great to me. And then I also one time got, like, berated by Bully Ray, and Booker T was nice to me. He didn't say, like, well, you must be a piece of shit, dog, if that guy yells at you. So he didn't do that. He treated me nicely despite the fact that he saw Bully Ray berating me. So I do like Booker T, but it's just like I don't get this vagueness. And so, by the way, this just clarifies to me, if LA Knight it's being said that he's a bit of a cunt backstage, then good. Then that explains everything. That explains why this guy is getting over and why he's doing well. By the way, the guy has also had so many years in the business, he gives 0 Fs at this point. He's been around it so long. Some people would say, oh, he should be really grateful to finally have this shot and this opportunity and all these things. Yeah, he probably is, but at the same time, he knows how to beast, right? He's been in situations before a million times where he's not been allowed to succeed, when he's had to just shut up and go do something stupid, whatever, or he's been allowed to do what he wants, but whatever. This is a different situation where not only is he, getting over and being successful, but, like, other people are trying to knock him down left, right, and center, and he's trying to protect what he's got going because this is his only run, his last run right now. You're looking at a guy with 20 years experience in the wrestling business, a guy who has great charisma, decent ring skills. He's a solid guy, and the fact of the matter is this is his last chance, and he knows it. Can you blame him for being super protective and cunty backstage if that's what he's doing? Of course. You got guys younger than him who have already made it to some level as far as money goes and runs go and things like that. You've got other guys who haven't made anything. And then you've got other people who are veterans, but they've made it too. So he's like a dog right now, LA Knight. He is like a dog in a warehouse with starving dogs, and somebody brought the food to his plate. And he's going to protect it, okay? That's what he's doing. So anybody coming up behind him acting weird or whatever, he's snapping on them. Anybody bringing him a shitty idea, some kind of shitty, hey, maybe you should move your food bowl over there. What, closer to the other dogs? Piss off. Hey, maybe you should save some of that food for later. What, so you can steal it from me when I'm not looking? Piss off. So the paranoia, the protectivity, which I just made up a word. I don't think that's a word. Alexa, is protectivity a word? Alexa, is protectivity a word?
Here's something I found on
Let's find this out.
Protectivity is a noun meaning the state.
Oh!
Or condition of being protected.
Yeah! Alexa, I'm the shit. Unbelievable. Protectivity. Didn't even know it was a word. I thought I just created it because it sounds good. Oh my God, am I good? I have a GED, but that doesn't matter. See, I don't even know when I'm using proper words. That's what it's like when you have a GED. Anyway, LA Knight, backstage nightmare. Piss on that. I say LA Knight, alpha male, and that's what gets over in wrestling. How about that? How do you know who's more of a, you know what I mean? Like, and why would he be more protective of his dog dish, his plate, his dog bowl, his dog food? Well, because, dude, like I said, he's been successful here or there with audience responsiveness over the years, and he's never really been paid properly on that or been allowed to establish some kind of run. Hey, we're doing something good here on the independent scene. Okay, cool. Nothing really comes of it. Okay, I got signed by TNA Impact. Hey, I'm doing something pretty good now, but now they're going to fizzle me out and piss on it. Okay, well now, eventually, after all these years of independent scene and TNA wrestling, I finally make it to NXT. Then I make it further, and then they knock me down again, and then I make it back up again, and then I make it back up again, and then I do something, and guess what? I'm starting to get over now. People are starting to get it. And now everybody wants to come around and try to tell me what to do. No, no, no! You ain't gonna tell me nothing because I got over doing this. My charisma got me over. My personality got me over. What I created got me over. Me being me on 10 got me over. Get the hell away from me unless you got a real idea that I might be able to use. That's LA Knight right now. And Roman Reigns has been known to be a little bit dickish here or there. Yeah, but not to the same level because Roman Reigns hasn't had to guard the plate. Right? Roman Reigns is backstage. He's a young buck, right? Roman Reigns, he got that Anoa'i. He got that The Rock. He got that Maivia. He's got that lineage, that history, that backing. He's got the support of the corporate office so much so that when CM Punk said, hey, I want to bring 3 guys up, they said, you can't bring that guy up, but you got to take Roman. I don't want to take Roman. You got to take Roman or you get nobody. Okay, we'll take Roman. Roman has been spoon-fed since day one. He's been anal-fed. There's been spoons full of sugar, and they're going up his ass automatically for him to be fed properly by the company themselves. They've been spoon-feeding Roman Reigns in every orifice, hole, and mouth he's got. They feed him through his eyeballs, his ears, his mouth, and his ass since the very beginning for Roman Reigns. And here's the thing. Roman Reigns lucky enough to be in a group that CM Punk wanted to create that came up, and then they got over as a group, and he just happened to be along for the ride. But the WWE always knew that that was going to be a guy. We're going to push him to high heaven. He's a valuable asset, and they did. They did it for 5 years against everybody's wishes. People don't want to see him. People don't like him, but they're telling us he's the good guy. That sucks. And then he gets over with some kids and some women for a while. Now they're all gone. Where are they? The Roman lovers and the kids, they're all gone. Finally, Roman Reigns, after 7 or 8 years or whatever it was, finally, legitimately gets over as a heel. So Roman doesn't feel this pressure really right now at this point to be like, I gotta protect this dish, like I'm insane, I'm paranoid, I'm gonna be a prick, I'm gonna be nuts. No, Roman's cool, man. Roman's cool. What do you guys want to do? What do you think we should do with my character? I don't know if that works for me. But I think maybe I would do it. See, I'm Roman Reigns, and everything goes so well for me for the last 10 years that it all just kind of feels like money no matter what. That's not where LA Knight is. LA Knight is like, holy fuck, I finally got there. I finally did it. Let's go. It's on. This is my chance. It's my only chance. I'm 40-something. Let's go. It's a whole different attitude and personality. So guess what? If some little pussy whip piece of shit woke SJW millennial pieces of shit backstage don't like the fact that LA Knight is in fucking alpha mode right now as a 40-year-old man who this is his only and last chance probably, they don't like the fact that he's a little bit intense, get out of the kitchen, bitch, because if you had this intensity at some point in your life, yeah, you can't just come into the company with this intensity. You'll get booted out because you don't have clout. You haven't proved anything yet. You don't have any right to be doing it. You have to establish yourself at some point. You have to find that happy medium, like Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, him and Marty Jannetty were notorious for being kind of crazy assholes as a tag team running the country before they got signed to WWE. But the thing is, they had a solid 3 or 4 years where Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels showed up to every event, pretty much shut their mouths, didn't really try to do anything crazy other than on the road, just like the Usos, right? A little bit. Not quite as intense, but close. And they proved themselves eventually to the point where Shawn Michaels gets a singles run and to the point where Shawn Michaels becomes such a workhorse dog that he establishes himself as a top guy in the company, top 15 guy, then a top 10 guy, then a top 5, 6, 7, 8 guy as the Intercontinental Champion, to the point where then he starts getting in the conversation for world champion. He starts getting clout with Vince McMahon. He starts to be able to say things to Vince and to start acting a certain way and to start pushing his weight around because he's earned some kind of respect, clout, or at least he's earned that ability to feel like he deserves something and it matters, and his character and his presence matter more to him than it ever has before, and should matter to you more as well, and he's invested in caring about himself and trying to become a top dog, and that's when you become a success. You don't become a success walking right into the company saying, I'm the best, fuck you, fuck that, fuck, let's go. No, you're going to be gone. But LA Knight has a few years under his belt in the WWE. He legitimately got over with something that he legitimately was trying. He's got a tenured veteran career as a wrestler, so he's got that clout as well. Some kind of shred of respect and responsibility and believability and accountability. And that's when we meet the perfect storm, similar to Stone Cold Steve Austin, as Steve Austin arrived in the WWE with a lineage in WCW, with a little bit of credit, street cred from ECW, and he came into WWE, and he came in to be a dog and do his little mid-card, $1 million man, Ted DiBiase manager, bad guy gimmick. To be a generic bad guy to help out some faces. And then guess what happened? Same sort of thing. The guy developed some kind of a personality. The crowd connected to it. They started pushing it a little more. It rose up, rose up. Those are the best situations ever. The Rock came into WWE with the lineage of his father being that second-generation superstar, third generation, High Chief Pete Maivia, Rocky Johnson. Here comes The Rock, Rocky Maivia, and people booed him. Oh, The Rock, I'm the good guy, yada, yada, yada. Die, Rocky, die. They make the guy a heel. Boom. Roman Reigns could have done that in about a year. That's what they did with The Rock. They brought in Rocky Maivia. Didn't work. Took about a year. Didn't work. Flipped him into the Nation. At first, it was a little goofy. Then it started going somewhere. Then he started connecting. Then he got the charisma. Then he started being able to freelance and say whatever he wants. Then he got over. All within about a year and a half, right? 96, fail. 97, boom. Could have done it with Roman Reigns instead of 5 to 6 years of Roman Reigns trying to be forced down everybody's throats. They could have just cut right to it, but they didn't want to give up on it. So, LA Knight, he's there. He's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder in the backstage. Deal with it. Let's read. I'm not even done reading the article. Well, I guess I did read the article. That was it. Booker T just says he's kind of a difficult guy backstage because he's a dog protecting his food. I'm Joe Cronin. If you guys like this content, please subscribe, please like, and definitely leave me a super thanks down below. I will read that 100%. I'm poor as fuck. Super thanks down below. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you guys want thousands of podcasts that you've never heard, they're not just wrestling. There are a lot of other stuff. The Corrupted Podcast, the podcast with me and my wife, the podcast with me and my mother. We did one. Me and my wife have done a lot. Me and Jake DeMarco, so many other people, so many other podcasts, all kinds of shit. It's all on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You'll be supporting this channel, and you'll get just shitloads of content from me. But most importantly, subscribe here. Share this video everywhere you can, man. We need the shares. We need the likes, too. We need like 100 likes to make my privates explode, okay? Trust me. And if you're looking for commentary, give me a call, man. I am doing commentary again. Just did one over the weekend, and I always like to do that. And hit me up, man. I got 15 years and almost 20 years now in commentary and voiceover work and all kinds of other stuff. This is the Joe Cronin Show. Leave a comment down below. Like I said, I also did a video on CM Punk. CM Punk has been added back to WWE. I'll talk all about it in the video that I just uploaded. If you missed that video, it's right before this one. YouTube doesn't always alert you, but if you become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, you will get every alert because you'll be emailed on your phone, your app. You'll be able to interact with me on the app and the phone and everyone else. It's just a lot of fun. Over 110 patrons right now. We're looking for you guys to sign up as well. So I want to thanks to Paul72 and Bezoido, who became $5 patrons earlier today on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Here's some other videos that you might have missed popping up. Please continue to watch my content. Email me, joecroninshow@yahoo.com, and read the description box down below for more ways to help. PayPal.me/Joe Cronin Show. If you want to keep it private or if you want to message me about getting credit for it, just let me know. Love to shout you out. And become a $25 producer and get your name listed down below for a month or forever if you keep becoming a $25 producer every month on Patreon. And if you have ever supported in more than $3,000 or more over the last 11 years to this channel, your name will also be engraved down below permanently like those producers are. Okay, see you guys later. Watch my videos. Keep watching. Watch all day long. I'm going to go look at pictures of Yokozuna and pleasure myself. I'll see you.
Yeah.